In this space, the silence of the bedroom often masks a deafening internal noise. It is 3 in the morning, and while the world outside is still, your mind is anything but. A modern, high-speed nervous system struggles to downshift at this hour. You find yourself trapped in a frantic loop of what-ifs, where the physiological stress of the day carries over into your spirit. Standard adjustments like white noise or cooler room temperatures often fall short. These are passive responses, and they lack the strength to address the active mental intrusion of midnight anxiety. Because this anxiety is an aggressive force, getting through the night requires a structural override. You need an active tool to stop the momentum of these thoughts. This diagram shows the glitch of the midnight mind. Future anxiety triggers physical arousal, fueling racing thoughts in a self-sustaining cycle. This distortion changes your perception, treating imagined future worries as immediate threats, making it impossible to feel safe now. The result is a vacuum state. You are physically exhausted, yet your brain remains neurologically wired. Without a heavy anchor, your mind continues to drift further into fear. Ending this cycle requires an active, external force to short-circuit the internal storm and restore order. We introduce that force through the biblical decree. Unlike a passive plea, a decree is an active exercise of spiritual authority over your environment. Contrast the two sides of this logic model. Internal worry relies on a branching tree of imagined, shifting futures. Divine truth, however, is a single, immovable line of bedrock. Shifting from an internal dialogue about your worries to speaking a divine decree changes the atmosphere of your room. You are no longer debating with your thoughts. You are speaking truth over them. This deliberate shift serves as a pattern interrupt. It forces the hyperactive nervous system to stop its current loop and focus on a new, grounding directive. A biblical decree establishes the authority of the word. It provides a definitive end to cognitive chaos by replacing it with a sovereign promise. The process begins with the first phase, 5 decrees for mental stillness. You deploy these specific truths to dismantle what-if scenarios. Each decree provides a direct promise of protection, giving your mind a concrete reason to stop its search for potential threats. After the mind reaches a state of stillness, we move to the second phase, 5 decrees for divine assurance. These address the specific fear of being unconscious and vulnerable. By declaring these truths, you release the heavy burdens of responsibility you have carried throughout the day. These anchors illustrate the transition from intellectual agreement to gut-level trust. You are moving from simply knowing the scripture to relying on God's sovereignty over your night. Together, these 10 decrees form a framework that turns your bedroom into a sanctuary of stillness. For the best results, tie the recitation of these decrees to rhythmic, meditative breathing. Synchronizing your breath with the spoken word allows your physical body to relax as you focus on the spiritual message. This coordination helps quiet the physical symptoms of anxiety. Treat this as a nightly ritual rather than an emergency measure. By practicing this trust regularly, you prevent frantic mental loops before they have a chance to start. Establishing firm spiritual authority leads to deep physical relaxation. In this state, the internal noise fades. You are left with a peace that remains even when your eyes are closed. Remember that God's presence and protection stay with you during the hours you are unconscious. You are never truly alone or unprotected. The shadows in this room change, but the truth remains the same. To the Creator, the darkness is never dark. You reclaim restorative sleep by resting securely in the unchanging authority of divine truth.